Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another reaction and first impression video for Fire Emblem Heroes, this time on the new Legendary Hero reveal trailer that just dropped. So let's take a look and check out this new Legendary Hero for the first time together with their new accompanying debut banner. Okay, a new Legendary Hero joins the battle. Supreme Samurai. Oh! Ryoma. Lobster Boy. A flyer. Flying Ryoma. Flying Lobster. Okay, so he's got his Raijinto. And he's riding a Kinshi. You got a nice little duel against Xander. Okay. This hero is also appear in the event. Young Tiki! Enos, Sigurd, Fjorm, Christmas Crom, Christmas Robin, Gunthra, New Year's Azura, New Year's Takumi, Harden, Grima, female Grima. Okay, that's a pretty stacked banner, if I do say so myself. Wow. Okay, let's go back and take another look at Mr. Lobster here. And take a look at his stats. That's interesting. Interesting. So, you know, Ryoma is not a protagonist by any stretch of the imagination in Fire Emblem Fates. I think a lot of people were speculating that potentially we would be getting a Corrin. I think a lot of people also figured that we would be getting a red unit, just per the rotation of legendary units that we were getting in the past, just to go along with that pattern. So we do have a red unit here. It is a red sword flyer, Ryoma. The art's pretty cool. He's got sort of that that sun halo effect behind him that the Kinshi Knights have. Obviously, since he is a sort of a Kinshi Knight in this version, that is very fitting. Kita Senri is doing the art, and I believe he did the art for the original Ryoma as well. Alright, so let's take a look at his stats here. So we've got the Raijinto, 16 might sword weapon, has built-in distant counter. No real surprises there. They didn't upgrade the Raijinto in any way. They kept it as is from his original form. He has Glimmer for his special. His A skill is Kestrel Stance 2. If foe initiates combat, grants attack and speed +4 during combat. Interesting. Okay. His B skill, Bushido, deals +10 damage when the special triggers. Okay, so we've got a sort of a Wodao effect that's been separated and put into its own skill slot, and presumably, since it's Bushido, it is something that is exclusive to Ryoma. So that's very interesting. That would pair very well with Glimmer. Glimmer having a very low cooldown effect. And Guidance 3. Infantry and armored allies within 2 spaces can move to the space adjacent to this unit. So you'll pair very well with hybrid teams in that regard. It's interesting. The attack speed +4. So it's his A skill is basically a reverse Swift Sparrow, so he gets the Swift Sparrow effect, but only on enemy phase, which is interesting. You know, that in particular would be, I think, very effective if you have Vantage on him, but obviously, if you're using him, you probably want to use Bushido. It's sort of interesting. I feel like for a legendary hero, they could have probably integrated the Bushido effect into the Raijinto, without it being too broken. The fact that it's a B slot and the fact that it is, you know, B slot is a very competitive slot, does sort of mean that he has to play enemy phase, but he doesn't have the advantages of Vantage if you do decide to run Bushido. So that's interesting. I mean, he does have a very unique skill set. He is a flyer, so he has access to those flyer buffs. He is a red sword unit. Red Sword Flyer, which are fairly rare in the game, even now. We have Yoshida, New Year's, Camilla, Alencia, but certainly not quite as represented as Blue Flyers in the game. So that he's got that going for him as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at him in action. Okay, so he gets, the additional effect upon being initiated upon, and we duel. Okay, and you do see the plus 10 attack. As far as the other units that are on this banner, Young Tiki has not been on a banner for an extremely long time. I know a lot of people have been hoping that she would make her return, and she has, which is great. The two Christmas armors, both Crom and Robin, are exceptional units. Crom has the Brazen skills. Both of them have Brazen skills. And Robin has Armor March, of course. Harden is an excellent armor unit. New Year's Azura, obviously an excellent flying dancer, and those are very rare. Obviously, only 2 being in the game at this point. New Year's Takumi, he's cool. Grima's cool. Sigurd is still an extremely strong unit. Ines is also an extremely capable archer in this game. Gunthra making her return after somebody used a Phoenix down on her, and she's made her return on this particular banner. Fjorm is also on this banner. So I'm just taking a look at the units that are available. Does seem like green is going to be pretty strong, featuring both Crom and Azura. Blue is also going to be fairly strong, having Harden and Robin on it. I would say that colorless is probably an easy skip here, unless you're really going for female Grima. And red. Red obviously has a lot of good stuff to offer as well. We've got, again, Young Tiki, which I think was a character that a lot of people wanted for a while now. And Sigurd's awesome. And obviously this Ryoma looks really cool. He's got his Raijinto, and he's all ready, prepped and ready. So we've got a lobster on a chicken as our legendary hero. So that's pretty cool. A pretty great banner overall. Again, I think that probably the strength is going to be maybe in the blues and the reds and the greens, I suppose. Probably more blues than anything else. But the colorless is probably a relatively easy pass. For me, myself, I'm probably going to be saving up. I have most of the desired units on this banner. I actually do have Harden. I have New Year's Azura. I have female Grima. I have Young Tiki. And while Ryoma looks really cool, I don't know if I would necessarily snipe for him specifically. Usually my approach to legendary banners is that I would want at least 2 of the units on a particular color before going in. That's just, based on the math and the odds. The 8% is split amongst all of these characters, so if you're going to be going for a particular color, you want to make sure that you want, or you're okay with, at least 2 of the units on it. And, for me, I would probably be going red. I already have Young Tiki. I'm not that interested in getting Sigurd, and Ryoma would be cool. So I'd really just be going for Ryoma, and that's, the odds really aren't in your favor when you go for it like that. Plus, we will be having more seasonals. I think a summer banner is due pretty soon, so it's always a good idea to save orbs where possible. I'll probably be saving my orbs instead of spending them on this particular banner, but let me know in the comments below what you think. What you think about Ryoma, what you think about the banner, if you're going to be pulling on this, and if you are, who you're going to be going for. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed coming along and watching this with me for the first time. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. And until next time, let's protect those skies.